Hey guys, Armedfro here again. This is Choose That Pokemon. I actually saw in the comments below that someone chose Chatot and another person chose Wigglytuff. So I'm actually going to use a battle where I use one and my opponent uses another. It's a very interesting battle versus Pikachu13. And so for the next one, choose one Pokemon that you would like to see me use, and I will use the most thumbed up one. And let's start this thing up. So, as you see, he has Wigglytuff, I have Chatot. I actually love a Chatot lead with Focus Sash, so that's what I'm pretty much going to be starting out with. I'm not really afraid of anything on this team except for Sock. I think that's his name, the pure fighting type, but whatever. He's going to lead off with this Carnivine, which is the Sharpedo de-evolution. And I'm going to lead off with my Chatot. I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice. I could go for the Nasty Plot, but I'm just making sure that he actually does die, because I know Carvanha actually does get the speed boosts from the Sharpedo. So he actually goes for the Waterfall, and even if it was gonna one-hit KO me, I do have the Focus Sash, so it's not really. I'm not really afraid right now. But he gets a speed boost, and so now I know he can outspeed me. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for the Waterfall again, so I'm gonna switch to my Krabby, which is a defensive wall with 90 base defense. Pretty decent HP with Evolite, so he's very, very defensive bulky. I take that crunch like a boss, and right here I'm just gonna go for the return. Even if he switches anything, it'll hit anything. And I really did not want to miss with Crab Hammer, so he's gonna go for the crunch again. Not gonna do that much to me, and I'm gonna easily finish him off. Finish the Carvanha off. I keep wanting to say Carnivine, but now he's gonna go into his Sock, which I'm kind of afraid because Sock does have Sturdy, and the close combat is going to finish off my Krabby, which kind of sucks. But now I can either switch in my Charizard and pretty much outspeed him because I am Scarfed, or go to my Frillish. I'm just going to go with my Frillish because if I do go for the Scald and I get the burn on anyone that comes in, it is going to be very beneficial to me. So he's actually going to switch into his Wigglytuff, which I know can be a lead or special defensive guy, so it's very good for him. I'm going to go for the Scald, and because of Wigglytuff's massive HP, it's not going to do that much, but I do get the burn, which is really good. It makes his leftovers completely worthless, so I really can't stay in here, and I know Wigglytuff is very easy setup fodder. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to switch into my Karate Kid, which is my Combuskin, and get up Swords Dance. I do have Speed Boost, so it's very good for me, but he goes for the T-Wave. I don't know if he was predicting me to switch into something faster or to set up on him, or he just wanted to T-Wave my Frillish, which would have been really weird, but it worked out for him in the end, which is really good, but really bad for me. So right here, I'm actually going to go for the Swords Dance. Hopefully that he stays in. He actually does stay in. Go for the Stealth Rock. So I'm like, okay, well, now the only thing that's really bad is that my Charizard takes 49% from Stealth Rocks, which is really bad. It means he can only come in twice. So right here, I'm just going to go for the Swords Dance again. I did get the Parahacks last turn, which kind of sucks, but it is kind of the risk with the Paralyze, so you know what, whatever. So right here, I'm just going to go for the Swords Dance as he actually switches into his Tangela, which is really interesting because now I have +2. I'm pretty sure I can outspeed. He can't Sleep Powder me, which is what Tangela usually does to the offensive threats on the opponent's team. So I'm actually really interested in what he actually does. He actually goes for the Knockoff, which is not very effective, not going to do that much damage, but it does take out my Evolite, which increases my defense and special defense by 30%. But right here, I'm just going to go for the Flare Blitz. I'm pretty sure it should KO because super effective and +2, but it doesn't. Tangela is that much of a beast. He takes the Flare Blitz very nicely, and so I know he can't really switch. I know he wants to get the Tangela regeneration boost, so I'm going to go for the High Jump Kick. It is legal with Combuskin, which is really interesting, but I found out. But you know what? It works, so now he's going to switch to his Emboar, which is not going to like this High Jump Kick, and that is going to be easily one-hit KO this Emboar, which is ridiculous. But you know what? I don't really think that crit mattered because Combuskin does have really strong offense, even though it didn't one-hit KO that Tangela, but you know what, whatever. So right here, he's going to switch into his Sock, which he can easily outspeed me because of the Parahacks. He's going to go for the Earthquake. I'm pretty sure he is Scarfed at this point, so what I'm going to do is I just stay in just to make sure I know what he set himself into. So now I can switch into my Charizard. Now I could just easily go with the Flamethrower. No one on his team is gonna like that very nice. Isn't gonna like that at all, actually. But it is gonna do 49%. From experience, I can take 2 Stealth Rock damage and live with 1 HP, as long as I don't take any damage on the way. So now this Wigglytuff comes in. I'm really not liking this. I do go for the Flamethrower, and looking at the damage, it looks like after burn, it will be a 2-hit KO, unless I get min damage, would really suck, but it seems like it is worth the risk, because Wigglytuff could only T-Wave me, which I'm not really afraid of at this point, but luckily I do take him out. I do not get min damage, so that's going to easily take out the Wigglytuff, and he brings in his Sock again. I really don't want to take the Stone Edge, so what I'm going to do is going to switch into my Rhyhorn, which has Evil Light, is going to resist the Rock move very nicely, and now I can set up my own Stealth Rocks to mostly, when this Sock comes in, it won't have its sturdy anymore, so I can just do as much damage as I can to it and hopefully take it out. So, again, this Sock is the biggest threat on his team. He actually switches into Tangela. I predict the switch and go for the Toxic because I want this guy Toxic as much as possible, just so I could wither it down more and more and more, so the regeneration doesn't affect him that much. So right here, I'm actually going to go for the Stealth Rocks. He goes for the knockoff. I don't know if he was predicting a switch. I was very tempted to switch into something to take the Sleep Powder, but he goes for the knockoff. I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks, just so hopefully he predicted it, but I really did not want this Tangela to go for the Giga Drain, because that would have been really, really bad. So right here, I'm going to predict the Grass move or anything and switch into my Chatot just as Death Fodder. See what he's going to do. He actually, I'm pretty sure he does go for the Giga Drain here. Nope, Leech Seed, which I don't know why he did that, but whatever. Right here, I'm just going to go into my Charizard. Only thing I can really do is go for the Flamethrower, just to easily finish off this Tangela. And I'm pretty sure he only has 2 guys left, his Persian and his Sock. And I know I do have my Frillish, which is looking very good for me, because Frillish can take pretty much anything that Sock hits at him. But I know this Persian, I knew in my heart that this Persian had Fake Out. I knew that he would have it, but it pretty much makes me see what type of Persian this is. Sadly, my Charizard does die, but now I see that it has Life Orb, which is very good for me, because now I can switch back into my Rocky. I actually misclick here. He actually goes for the Last Resort, and I'm pretty sure that I go for the Stealth Rocks, but I meant to go for the Earthquake, which the misclick kind of doesn't really affect the battle that much, but because Tangela actually goes for the knockoff, and it knocked off my Evilite, so I know I can't take a Sock's close combat, but this Earthquake is going to finish off this Persian, and then his Sock is going to come and revenge kill me, pretty sure with the Earthquake. So what's going to happen is pretty much a battle between Frillish and Sock. My Frillish does not have Evilite. Actually, it does have Evilite. He didn't knock off my Frillish's Evilite. So pretty much the Sock's going to come in, go for the Earthquake. It does not have Sturdy, which doesn't really matter in the long run, but the little damage from the Stealth Rocks does help him, after all. So right here, I'm going to bring in my last guy, which is my Angelfish Frillish, and I am actually going to go for the Recover, just to make sure, see how much damage he's going to do, so I can base my strategy off how much damage he does. And I see it go down, 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 down. Oh my god, he gets a crit. I was really happy that I did recover, but now I know after 2 recovers, I know I can actually take this guy out, take this guy a lot easier, go for the Scald, hopefully get a burn, make this a lot easier for me so it doesn't have to be that much of a stall war. but all he is pretty much doing is banking off the crits. If he gets 2 crits in a row, it's his game. If he goes for the Scald and gets a crit, then he can outspeed me and just keep on going there. But I'm really hoping he doesn't do that. I know I could take another one, so I go for the Scald here, and I'm wishing for the burn. I hope I get the burn, but sadly I don't. I don't even do that much damage to him at all. But I know he can't take 2 more Scalds, and right here I'm going to go for the Recover, and it's just going back and forth, back and forth. I'm pretty sure I do have this game. I'm going to go for the Recover again on his Earthquake, just to make sure I do have the clinch, because I really don't want luck to be the ending factor here. So I'm going to go for the Recover, and on this turn, I'm going to go for the Scald, just because I know I can take another Earthquake after this upcoming one, and hopefully take him out. So what he does, he goes for the Earthquake, and it goes down, down, oh my god, another crit. And I'm thinking, okay, he's got this game, I lose, okay, whatever. And it goes down, and I get the returning crit. I get a crit after the crit, and I win the game. So that was a very fun game, Pikachu13. Choose the next Pokemon. I will extend my Facebook, I guess you would say, contest to next Thursday, which is today's the 13th. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so to the 19th. And the winner of the tournament will get either a choose of either I think it was Dragonite or no, it was Raichu or Dratini. So thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, put a liking if you like this video, and as always, stay classy.